Hey all, welcome to NFL Versus this week. I'm Steve, and unfortunately, we, our friend Joy is having technical issues with her computer, so I have a pinch hitter to join me here. I have have our friend John here. Hey, John.
Hey, Steve. Hey, everyone. How are you doing today? I'm excited to be here. You know, the analytics guy has to be the pinch hitter at some point. So,
True.
I
Hopefully, it won't end up like what happened with the Toronto Blue Jays yesterday. Unfortunately, they're out of the playoffs.
yeah, hopefully not. Hopefully that doesn't happen. My Mariners and your Blue Jays out in the same week.
True.
uh,
Yeah. Oh well. Anyway, let's review week 4. There, my record there is 11-5, and you can tell how the rest did.
okay, so what I have for the rest of the people, we had Joy going 13-3. I went 14-2, shockingly.
Wow.
And then everybody else was in that 10-6. I think Buff, it was Buff, Troll, and SDS all went 10-6, and then
Yeah.
Papa went 12-4. So that's how
Yeah.
everybody went, which
Yeah.
means I actually have the records up for us
Okay.
here. For Joy, and every Joy is now the new queen of predictions.
Yay!
So congratulations, Joy. You're not here to, be able to speak to it. But yeah, so you have Joy and myself tied for first at 44-20.
Mm-hmm.
SDS in third at 42-22. Papa and Steve are tied at 41-23. Buff is
Mm-hmm.
at 39-25, and Troll is at 35-29. Dino is 2-2 because he picked the Browns. So Dino is
Yeah.
500 again.
True. Yeah. Unfortunately, we won't be able to have Dino this week because of the technical problems on Joey's
Yeah.
end there,
So
which is sad.
Dino will be missing a game, but hey, that means he can go 8-8.
Yeah.
He can't have a losing. He might not have a losing or winning season. It'll be we'll see.
Yeah.
Gives him
Exactly.
opportunities.
Yeah. Well, first we'll start with our regrets of the week. There, my regret there is obviously trusting Green Bay to beat Detroit there, which was a huge mistake.
So my regret of the week is actually in this similar vein. It's a divisional game. It's the Bills and the Dolphins. I have a tendency to lean home in close games, and I
Mm-hmm.
went against that tendency
True.
to get absolutely destroyed.
And I guess you never saw that coming there.
No, I was expecting it to at least be close. I did not think there was going to be a
True.
4 touchdown difference. At
True.
least when I saw it, it was 48-20.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay. What would be your game of the week there?
So the game of the week for me, um, honestly, would probably there was a lot of games that were really good
Mm-hmm.
this week. I had a lot of fun watching the Lions game, but honestly, it would probably be that Sunday night football game with the Chiefs and the um, Jets because they
Yeah.
kept it close the entire way through. So it was really cool to see just the Jets pick it up a
Mm-hmm.
little bit.
Yeah. That's a good point there. Mine would be I'm going to say the Eagles there winning a close one against the Washington Commanders there to
Ooh,
keep their perfect record alive.
that was another one of the really good games on the docket there.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
close one there. Yeah,
I was so scared that our unanimous pick was gonna go into the
yeah,
loss column. I was like, "Are you kidding? Please no."
yeah, yeah,
But the Eagles saved it. Thank goodness.
yeah. Thank goodness. Yeah, and now we move on now to our shocker of the week. There, I'll let you start.
Okay, so even though I picked it, I think my shock of the week is still gonna be the Texans destroying the Steelers. I expected that to be a close game, not
Hmm.
anywhere near the 30-6 threshold that we got.
Yeah, I was going to say that there, but I guess I'll have to go a different way there. My shocker would be the close game between the Broncos and the low league Chicago Bears.
Oh yeah, that that game almost the Broncos almost lost that. It was 21-7 at one point, and I
True,
was just like, Broncos, are we really gonna have another 70-point game on our hands?
true.
Is this really gonna happen?
If if uh, if the Broncos would have lost that game, I would have heard from Joy there.
You would have. You absolutely would have.
Yeah.
Uh, well,
Okay.
do we want to? Speaking of the Bears, oh boy.
Okay. But
Oh
now
yes.
that are we finished looking back on week 4?
Yes.
Okay. So now we turn the page to week 5. Before we start there, we start with our annual bye week of the week.
I almost
Uh,
forgot about them.
this week we have the Cleveland Browns, the LA Chargers, Seattle Seahawks, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers all on the bye this week.
Which is nice. I don't have to deal with the Chargers and their craziness, the
True,
Browns, and my team's on a bye, so even better. It's I don't have to, it's a low stress week. We'll take it. Well,
true.
is it
Okay,
really? We'll get into the picks and find out how low stress it is.
yeah. Okay, shall we? Now we'll kick off with our Thursday night game there. This one is obviously turn your sets off for this one if you have Amazon Prime. It's the frickin' Bears against the Washington Commanders. Do you think anybody would be interested in that game?
Absolutely not. I can. This is one of the Amazon gets the short end of the stick, so to speak.
Yeah.
Uh, so what is your thoughts even on this game and where you think it's gonna go?
do do we have to reveal this game? This is uh, this is yeah. Couldn't we pick a tie between these two losing teams?
I'd be okay. I'd be okay with that, but I don't know if Joy would be okay with that.
No, she
So,
wasn't there.
in the spirit of Joy,
Mhm.
I went with the Commanders. I couldn't go with the Bears. No way.
True. Yeah, and obviously I'm going to agree with you because obviously by your hashtag "fuck the Bears."
Yeah. the the annual or slash weekly segment of Frick the Bears.
Yeah,
They don't need to be on the screen. I actually already took them off in the fashion of Joy. 'Cause
true.
I I'm trying, even in Joy's absence, I'm trying to do exactly kind of what Joy
Yeah,
would do.
yeah,
And Joy would take the Bears off as soon as possible.
yeah, exactly. There. So,
uh
well, that one's a no-brainer.
yeah.
Okay, on to Sunday morning. There, over in jolly old England, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Buffalo Bills.
This one's gonna be a good one. Although I feel like the Jacksonville Jaguars just live in London at this point.
True.
Poor Jags have had to play, I think, how many games in London in the last 2 years? 3, 4?
Mostly because their owners also owns a soccer team over in England. Why?
Ooh, that makes sense as to why. Okay, I never knew
Yeah,
that actually.
yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
I think it's
uh,
Tottenham he owns there.
yeah, that would make a lot of sense as to why the Jags always have to go there. I always feel bad for them. I'm like, oh, you have like more games in London. At
Yeah,
least
exactly
though,
there.
this one's not
Yeah,
costing them a home game. I don't think the other one
yeah,
did either, but it might have. We'll find. I will double check that.
yeah.
But this one's gonna be a closer game than I think a lot of people expect. But the Bills have been riding high over the last couple of weeks, so I
Yeah.
can't distrust them. So I went with the Bills.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you there. I think this one's going to be a close game, though. Can never count out Trevor Lawrence and the Jags there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and obviously it's Josh Allen offense versus Josh Allen defensive player.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
the
So
Allen
we,
the Allen versus Allen.
yeah. So either way, it's going to end up being a Josh Allen winning it, and I'll agree with you, and I'll take the Bills there.
Perfect.
It's going to
So
be a 3 point or less game there.
yeah, I agree with that. It's the Steve Classic, the 3 pointer or less, and I agree with that. Honestly, I think this a lot of people are gonna count out the Jaguars. You can't do that. They're
True.
still a good team. It's just
Hmm.
they're having a weird season, and a lot of teams are having that.
True.
So the next game that I have is Saints and Pats. Is that the next game that you have too?
Sure. Why don't we reveal that there?
Oh, perfect.
Obviously, with this game, there's still questions about Derek Carr's injury there.
That's a huge thing right now is Derek Carr's injury. And honestly, I think Derek Carr's injury affects the Saints more than we think.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I still think Derek Carr is a good quarterback in this league. And
Yes.
I'm not discounting what he does because he
Yeah.
does do a lot for this organization. I don't know why the Raiders
Mhm.
really let him go. I feel
Yeah.
like that was a questionable decision on their front office part, but the
Yeah.
Saints get to benefit, and I honestly am not opposed to that. I
True.
I like the Saints team. I like their defense a lot. So I don't know who do you have in this game, and what is your
Yeah.
thoughts on it?
But yeah, I'm going to agree with you on this there. I'm going to go with Saints, even though Carr's still a little banged up there. But the Patriots are in a team that's in chaos right now. They lost one of their top defensive players there last week.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going with the Pats. I'll clarify that. I actually did go with the Patriots in my official thing with Joy. So that
Okay.
is actually I actually before we had the technical issues, I texted Joy and I said I have to go with the Patriots, but my gut is really not feeling it. I'm only 48% confident. So
Okay.
so yeah, so we actually do have a split here. It's our first
Oh,
one.
great.
Um so I did go with the Pats. I don't know. I initially picked it and I had to
Mm-hmm.
go with my gut. Even though I have a feeling I'm wrong. This is where I think I overcorrected. This
Sure.
is a game that I really do hope goes your way.
Yeah.
Cuz yeah, like I said, I like the Saints as a team and I would rather them win. But I didn't know
Okay.
how Foxborough was going to be and the Carr situation.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So we're going to have our first split, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, the very first one. Hopefully, we don't have too many.
Yeah, exactly.
So what game do you have next?
Okay. How about the Ravens and the Steelers?
Perfect. This is a tough game. You go for it. You're good.
Okay. Obviously, Steelers are in the state of chaos lately. They're I don't know
Mm-hmm.
what their play callers. That
Yeah.
they're that Canada their offensive coordinator there.
Yeah. Honestly, that's the big thing with the Steelers right now is their offense has looked really like they've taken a big step back.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm with you on that. The Steelers, they need to find a way to generate some like offensive prowess here because the
Yeah.
reason they beat the Browns was because their defense scored 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So I feel like their defense has been scoring more than their offense.
Yeah. Hard to say there.
Yeah. I actually am interested in if that is the case.
True. But with this game there, I think I'm going with my specialty there. Another 3 point or less game there this time.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go with the Ravens to beat the Steelers.
So I also went with the Ravens to beat the Steelers. So
Mhm.
good. Our train is back on tracks.
Yep.
We haven't derailed yet, which is
Yeah.
good. So yeah, I also have the Ravens. I think that the Steelers defense will keep the Ravens in check, which will lead it to be a close game.
Hmm.
I'm expecting something along the lines of like 23-20.
Yep.
So that's exactly where I'm expecting that 3 pointer or less. But it's crazy because it's a divisional game.
True.
You never know what's going to happen in those.
Yeah. Exactly. Now on to the next game there. we have Battle of the Cats there. Now, interest my cat there.
Yes.
It's going to be the Panthers against the Detroit Lions.
Oh, Joy's favorite team. Let's go.
Yeah, here we go.
uh, Now, the real question is, are we drinking the Kool-Aid?
Yeah, because the Panthers are more of a rebuilding team there, and the Lions there are the strongest team in the NFC North this year.
Agreed, yeah.
So I'm going to take the Lions, obviously, to dominate the Panthers.
I am also taking the Lions, and I actually do think it is going to be a nice 14 or 17 point victory.
Mm-hmm.
I could see this being a game that's very awkward and Dan Campbell being really aggressive. I'm sorry, Joy. I know you won't like that, but I think that Dan Campbell might go a little bit too hard and keep it close by going aggressive. But
Yeah.
I really hope that he just, plays it safe, gets you your points, and
Yeah.
then just slides by the Panthers. But you never know with Dan Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
So I am
Sure.
in agreement.
Okay. So our next game is the surprising Houston Texans, who won last week, taking on the Atlanta Falcons.
Perfect. This is the game that scares me.
Yeah.
Oh, the Bane team. This is the one Bane team that Joy and I have left. For those of you that don't know, Joy and I's Bane teams are the Falcons and the Chargers. If we split on these two, we feel happy. But if we agree, oh
Mm-hmm.
no, we're going to have problems.
Chaos and anarchy.
Yep, exactly. Chaos and anarchy. That's a great way to put that.
Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, the Falcons there with they have a little bit of quarterback issues there. A lot of people want to see Taylor Heineke come off the bench and take over a QB there.
I'm raising my hand because I'm one of them. Play the Heineke.
Yeah.
Joy would agree. Play the Heineke.
Yeah. And obviously, the Texans there, they shocked everyone by beating the Steelers last week. There,
Yeah.
nobody saw that coming. I doubt anybody did, unless you picked them.
Yeah, so Troll and I both picked the Texans to win, but we really only picked them as more of a joke rather than an actual pick. So the fact that it turned out the way that it did was even more hilarious. Like, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll take it, I guess.
Yeah.
So, actually, I'm in a pick'em league where what I do is I submit all of my picks that I pick for our pick'ems and compare it to like a group of 20,000 people, and only 15% of the 20,000 people picked the Texans. So that just tells you nobody saw that coming. So you're right.
True. So who you got for this week?
Oh boy. Well, so I had to deep dive into the stats, okay? Because this was the game that I was super scared of. So the Falcons and the Texans both have bad run defenses. The Texans are the 20th ranked run defense, and the Falcons are the 18th.
True.
So I went with the Falcons with the hope that they're going to use Bijan Robinson and get him a 100-yard day.
Okay. I'm going to go with a split there. I won't get fooled again if the Texans end up beating the Falcons there.
Yeah, this is the game I expected a split on, to be honest. I was ready for it. I think I'm picking the underdog here, so especially with the Texans playing as well as they are. Mm-hmm. If they win, I won't be shocked. This is the coin flip game if there ever was one.
Yeah. Okay. On to our next game. We have the New York Giants against the Miami Dolphins.
Yes. So this game is gonna be wild. Mm-hmm. But I'm just gonna say it right now. I went with the Dolphins.
Yeah, I agree there. I'm not saying they're going to score another 70 points against the Giants there.
No, but it's gonna be It's gonna be a sad day for Giants fans, and honestly, this is gonna be hard for the Giants because they'll be
Yeah.
1-4, and
Yeah.
in the division that they're in with the Eagles, with the Cowboys,
Yeah.
being 1-4 is really gonna be bad when you have to play both of those teams
Yeah.
at a total of 3 times left.
Yeah.
That I think they're set up for disaster. And not
Yeah.
only that, they have the Bills still too upcoming.
True.
This isn't looking good for Brian Dable and the Giants. I'm gonna just say it right
No.
now.
No, it's not. I'm
So
going to say it's going to be a 40-pointer for the Dolphins at least.
yeah, I agree. I think this is gonna be like 40-14, something like that. Like
Yeah.
although so we both went Dolphins, so no split there. And
Yeah.
then who do you have next? Do you have Titans and Colts next?
Yeah.
Perfect. I have them next too, so that's good.
Okay.
um,
Floor is yours.
oh, this game, I decided to call it the Pendulum Game. So the reason I called it the Pendulum Game is because the Colts have won on odd numbered weeks, and the Titans have only won on even numbered weeks so far this year.
Whoa.
So, because of that, I actually went with the Colts to continue the pendulum.
Whoa. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah. But for me, they're obviously the Titans are coming off after a couple huge losses earlier in the season. I feel they're starting to rebound there, and to my friend Joy, I have to trust King Henry there.
Yeah. So, to the sounds of it, we have a third split?
Yep. Oh
we
my goodness.
We might actually have that first split spell, Steve. This might happen.
Oh my goodness. Oh boy.
Oh my goodness gracious. This is going to be something. Honestly, this is going to be one of the games of the week. I'm predicting it right now. This is probably going to be a game of the week candidate.
True.
But yeah, so that's split number 3.
Yep. There we go.
And there's 14 games this week.
True.
All
All right. Shall we go on to the next one?
I agree. I think we shall.
Yeah, we got Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals going to Arizona to take on the lowly Cardinals.
Yes. I'm so glad you called them the lowly Cardinals, by the way. Like, even though they're playing better than they have, they're supposed to be, I still feel like they're a lowly team. So I'm 100% with you. And I'm hoping, by the way you described the Cardinals, that we're in agreement.
Yeah, obviously we're taking the Bengals.
Yeah.
Just hopefully Joe Burrow's injury won't limit the amount of plays there for him.
Agreed. That is something that scares me about picking this game, especially with the Cardinals, who are performing better than they're supposed to be. But hopefully, because the crazy teams aren't playing, that it'll be normal and the Bengals will win. So
yeah, exactly.
I really hope that that's the case. So that is a good one.
Yeah. Next up, we have the Philadelphia Eagles flying high there. They're going to Los Angeles to play the Rams.
The Rams are another candidate for, I think, game of the week. They went into the Indianapolis Colts, sent it to overtime, and Matthew Stafford did the right thing, Joy. I'm so glad he did the right thing. Joy and I were talking about it. It's like you get either two versions of Matthew Stafford. You get turnover Matthew Stafford, or you get fourth quarter comeback Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
Thank goodness we got fourth quarter comeback Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
Hopefully. That was a crazy one.
But now they're going to take on a different animal, obviously, this week with Jalen Hurts there.
Oh, yeah. This, honestly, they rode high by playing the Colts, and they beat the Colts. But this is a whole nother team. It's a whole nother ball game, and I have to go with the Eagles here. Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, they're just a really good team. They're one of the teams that are the front runners to contend for the NFC. So I have to go with them. especially with the LA Rams defense, I think that they're going to find a way to run all over them. DeAndre Swift
True.
is going to have himself a day.
True.
Credit Joy's fantasy team. And yeah, so that's my prediction here is Eagles over the Rams.
Yeah, 100% agree with you. This one's going to be a no doubter there for me. There, the Rams are going to walk all over, are going to get walked over by the Eagles.
Yeah, honestly, I think so too. And
Mhm.
I feel bad for the Rams, but I also don't because the Rams are my Bears. So
Yeah.
we're okay with it.
Okay. Yeah. Next up, we have the Kansas City Chiefs there, and all the Swifty fans there going to Minnesota to take on the Vikings.
Yes. Oh boy. I feel like I feel like Travis dating Taylor Swift was a great way for the Chiefs to get home field advantage at every game.
Exactly.
What a great choice, you know. You gotta get home field advantage when you can get it, right? So,
Hmm.
yeah, they. This is honestly, um, I kind of want the Vikings to win. I really do. I don't pick them to win. I pick the Chiefs to win it. But
Yeah.
it would be really funny if the Vikings do come out and beat the Chiefs, just because we need one team to beat them on the road.
Yeah, good point there. But obviously, the Chiefs are a way too powerful team
Yeah,
there. Not just
exactly.
Travis Kelsey, but Patrick Mahomes there.
Yeah, no, Mahomes, Travis Kelsey, their offensive line. They've got Creed on the offensive line. They
True.
they've got a really good team, so I do not think that the Vikings will be able to win.
Yeah.
But I do hope that they keep it close
Yeah.
and show that they are still a competent team because a lot of the problems that they've had is turnovers.
Hmm.
Against the Chiefs, though, if they do continue their turnover problems, it's
Hmm.
gonna look ugly quick. So,
True.
no, I'm with you on that. I have the Chiefs winning too.
Yeah. No doubter.
Yeah.
Next up, we have the Denver Broncos at home, finally getting a win there, and they're taking on the lowly New York Jets.
Yep. Another team. This is honestly I feel bad because this is literally inverse the teams. One team has a defense with no offense and the other team has the offense but no defense to speak of. So this is going to make this game really interesting, honestly.
Yeah, kind of a
Uh
head scratcher.
yeah, I had to sit here. This is the game that one of the games that I had to sit here and think about the most to figure out what I was going to actually do.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, coming from Seattle, I always have to go with the mantra of defense wins championships.
Mm-hmm.
So, because of that, I went with the team that has the better defense, and that is the Jets. So, that is who I have to win right now. But this
Yeah,
is going to be one of the fun games of the week. I could see this
yeah,
game being like that, like, again, another one of those 21 to
yeah,
20 games, like 3 points or less for sure.
yeah. You went with my little moniker there.
I did. I had to. Because this is what this
Yeah,
is going to be, I think.
yeah. Obviously, the Jets are good defensively there with Sauce Gardner.
Yes.
Yeah, and the Broncos there. I hard to figure them out lately there with Sean Payton and Russell Wilson going on.
Yeah. This is going to be a weird game.
Mhm.
I do hope for the Broncos' sake that they can right the ship because I'm not against the Broncos in any way, shape, or form. I do want them to still succeed. Um, because you got Russell Wilson, you got Sean Payton, and you still have like the pieces. You have pieces put together, so
Mm-hmm.
I do want them to perform like
True.
adequately. Um, so hopefully they can start picking it up, and hopefully this will be the game
True.
where they can do that because they kept it close with the Bears. They actually beat the Bears,
Yes.
and so hopefully, I mean, if they make it two in a row, it could be a start to something special.
True. And they made it close there a couple weeks ago. I think it was against. Hang on there. Let me check my book here. Where was it there?
The
I see.
book of knowledge. They
Against
love it.
the Washington Commanders there.
Yeah.
Week 2.
So, yeah, I agree. Like, so this is gonna be close. I have the. So, are we? Is this our fourth split, or are
Yeah,
we?
obviously there. I went with the Broncos there to beat the Jets by hook or crook.
Yep. This is gonna be interesting because yeah, like this is another one of those games that could go either way. I think.
Sure. Yeah.
But hopefully we'll see.
Yeah. The next game is our Sunday nighter, and I'm predicting this one will be the game of the week there.
Oh
We
yeah.
have the Dallas Cowboys against the San Francisco 49ers.
Woo! This one is a hard hitter. This is going to be a game.
Yeah.
I'll let you start just because of how crazy this game is going to be.
True. Obviously, the Cowboys coming off that huge win last week against the New England Patriots there,
Yeah.
obviously, and the Niners there with their huge win last week there.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm scared of this game.
Yeah.
I am
Yeah.
really scared of this game.
True.
It is going to give Brock Purdy another challenge and another opportunity to prove himself. And
True.
I know Joy will appreciate that. So, because the media I was watching like stuff on the like Brock Purdy, and I feel like the media is giving him a little bit too harsh of a time just because he's quote on a good team. I think that yes, while you can be on a good team, you still have to have the skill necessary to lead that good team, especially as a quarterback. So I actually do respect Brock Purdy as a quarterback for sure.
True. Yeah. And obviously, you can never count out the Cowboys there
No.
because their offense is real good, even though they don't have Ezekiel Elliott anymore.
Exactly. Like but they've got Tony Pollard, and Tony Pollard's still a good back as well. So
Yeah.
no, both of
Yeah.
these teams are really good, and I'm excited to see two really good teams get the spotlight.
Yeah. So, what's your prediction for this game?
So, as much as it pained me to do it, I did go with the 49ers. I really want Dallas to win this game, and I do think that they have the ability to, but I did decide I needed to play this one safe, and I wanted to go with the Niners.
Yeah, I'm going to 100% agree with you there. Obviously, Niners being at home, there's a big advantage there.
Exactly, and I think that's honestly, I agree with you, Steve. I think that's honestly why I locked in the pick. I think if Dallas was at home, I might have. I actually not even I might have. I would have probably picked the Cowboys to win this. It's that close of a matchup, and I'm excited to see.
Yeah. Okay. And finally, we're on to Monday Night Football, which we have Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers against the Las Vegas Raiders minus Jimmy G.
Oh yes.
He's still in concussion protocol. Last
Yeah.
I heard.
I heard that too, which I'll be honest, it influenced my pick. So
Obviously.
I went with Jordan Love and the Packers to win this game.
Yeah.
I think that the Packers defense is okay, and they're good enough to keep a non-Jimmy G Raiders in check.
True.
I do think this is going to be a low-scoring affair, though. The Raiders have kept it close with the opponents, except for the Bills. But the Bills are the Bills are the Bills. So,
yeah, exactly.
Like, I do think this is going to be like one of those closer matchups. But I do think that the Packers will still end up winning in the end.
True. I'm going to agree with you on that. There, obviously, the Packers there need a bounce back game after losing to the Lions there, and maybe this will be the team to do it against.
Exactly. They need a bounce back game, especially after the Lions game. And I do think with a long week, like I think they had 11 days to prepare for this game since it's Thursday into Monday. That is going to help them a lot too. So.
True. Okay. Now that that our picks are done, shall we get on to the rest of the field there?
We shall. So, in the spirit of Joy, I did decide to keep it in the exact order that Joy has it. And for the very first time, we're going to get Joy's picks and reasoning. So,
Okay.
this is going to be kind of crazy. So, obviously, to keep it in the same order, we do have to start with Troll.
Mm-hmm.
So, here's Troll's picks. So, we have Commanders over the Bears
Mm-hmm.
on a long and lonesome highway. The Bills east of Omaha.
Mm-hmm.
Patriots, you can listen to the engine moaning out
Mm-hmm.
its one note song.
Mm-hmm.
Colts, you can think about the woman. Ravens, or the girl you knew the night before. Lions, but your thoughts will soon be wandering. Texans, the way they always do. Dolphins, when you're riding 16 hours and there's nothing else to do. Or nothing there to do, excuse me. Bengals, and feel you don't feel much like riding.
Mm-hmm.
Eagles, you just wish the trip was through. Jets, here I am on the road again. Chiefs, there I am on the stage.
Mm-hmm.
49ers, here I go playing star again.
Mm-hmm.
Packers, there I go. Turn the page to Papa.
Okay.
So Papa's picks, back to normal. We have Commanders over the Bears. Bears are trash.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Bills over the Jaguars. The only way the Jags will win is because they are destined to play in UK full time.
Mm-hmm.
Saints over the Patriots. Patriots are probably going to bounce back hard after their loss last week, but this is for you, Troll.
Mm-hmm.
Colts over the Titans. Jonathan Taylor got to look good out there.
Mm-hmm.
Is Jonathan Taylor's back?
He is on the practice squad there at their green to come back there. So I don't know if
Ooh,
he's back there. Yeah,
that's a
fully back yet or not.
yeah. We'll see. Ravens over the Steelers because the Ravens are gonna fly.
Mm-hmm.
Lions over the Panthers. This should be an easy win.
Yeah.
Should keyword.
Mm-hmm.
Texans over the Falcons because Shroud might be that guy for them. Honestly, I agree. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Dolphins over the Giants. Barkley should be coming back, but the cheetah is on the prowl.
Yeah.
Bengals over the Cardinals because Burrow is going to bounce back eventually.
Yeah.
Eagles over the Rams. I don't see it being a close game like last week for them.
Mm-hmm.
Jets over the Broncos for the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Chiefs over the Vikings. Mahomes might be limping, but he's still got that dog in him.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys over the 49ers.
Whoa.
I believe. And then Raiders over the Packers because F the Packers.
Oh.
Now we have SDS.
Oh, God. This should be fun.
This is gonna be fun, especially because we get to start on a lament. Just let me lament before I go into my picks. 3-1. We are 3-1 into our stupidly early bye week and have first place in the division solidified for the next couple of weeks. I know we're only 4 weeks in, but I was told that we were supposed to be tanking by the media and others in my own circle. I believed otherwise and had them going 10-7 before the season even started, and was called a madman and was told how the Saints and Falcons would run over the division and how we'd be contending for first overall pick. and how we will win 4 games max. To quote the 4th greatest man in Oklahoma, how do you like me now? All right, with my limitation over, time for the picks. Oh boy, SDS. With that lament, what is your picks? I don't even know. So he has the Commanders over the Bears, saying that it's Tank Bowl number 3, Thursday Night Football edition. It is the Bears, honestly. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Jaguars over the Bills. You don't beat the Jags in their second home stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Patriots over the Saints. Remember, Lattimore, you don't tackle receivers when the ball is still in the air. Titans over the Colts. Thank you for proving me wrong last week, Henry. Now please do it again against the Colts. Ravens over the Steelers. It seems I have forgotten that you also need some semblance of an offense to win a game, and the Steelers don't have that. No, they don't. Lions over the Panthers. Please do not gift the Panthers their first win. If the Panthers win, they will have it gifted to them. So yes, please, Lions, don't. Texans over the Falcons. Are we allowed to just skip this game and move on? Dolphins. We may actually see another 70-point game here.
Highly unlikely.
Highly unlikely, but... Cardinals over the Bengals. Which is a crazy pick, but I'm here for it. Bengals, what the heck is going wrong with you? Is it coaching? Is it Burrow? Whatever it is, please get it fixed. Eagles over the Rams. Oh, more craziness. Something smells foul in Philly. There's no way that they could potentially be frauds. Right? No. The Eagles aren't frauds. They're not. There's a reason they're going to be 5-0. Broncos over the Jets. I'm going to give props to the Jets for looking good against the Chiefs. But come on. It's still Zach Wilson playing QB out there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm scared about. Chiefs over the Vikings. The Chiefs could have Mahomes' left leg amputated and Chase Claypool as wide receiver 1, and they would still have better odds at getting to the Super Bowl than the Vikings. We have the 49ers over the Cowboys. Please. It's bad enough that Texas is a 3rd-ranked team in the AP pool. Do not let another Texas team gain credibility.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we have Packers over the Raiders. Packers. You either beat the Raiders or you risk falling even further behind the Lions. That's not wrong. They have to win or else they'll be, what, is it technically 3 games behind? So that'll be 3 games behind this early in the season is not easy to come back from. Now we got Queen Joy.
Yeah.
In her first ever text predictions.
Here we go.
Okay. Joy. Commanders. Frick the Bears with the fiery passion of 1,000 suns. But seriously, the Bears are laughably bad. And Washington nearly toppled the reigning NFC champions. This was not a hard pick.
Yeah.
Agreed. This was Steve and I said it at the beginning. Do we really have to go over this game? Because it's that easy of a pick. Bills over the Jags. Jags could easily win this one since they stayed over in UK and would be more well rested. But F it, we ball.
Yeah.
Falcons. Oh no! Joy and I agreed with the Banes.
Oh boy.
Falcons. This could go either way, honestly. I'm trusting Atlanta's run game at home. Oh no, we have the same reason too. Oh.
That's a bad sign.
This is not a good sign for us. Lions over the Panthers. Hashtag one pride. Goff, throw the ball. Plus Williams should be back and make a decent impact. I feel that. Hopefully he does. Titans over the Colts. Hashtag King Henry heard the talk about his reign being over and stepped up to prove he still holds his crown, even doing Tannehill's job and getting another passing touchdown. I didn't trust in them last week, so I feel obligated to do it this week. Understandable.
Yeah.
This honestly, getting another passing touchdown for King Henry is just amazing. Dolphins over the Giants. Giants are bad, okay? Yeah, Giants are bad. Exactly.
Yep.
Saints. I can see New England winning at home, but the Saints make me happier. Plus, they need a rebound, too, after their Week 4 performance. Yeah. Ravens. Oh, no. Rumor has it that Mitch Trubisky, Joy's favorite player, by the way, totally, returns with Pickett's injury. Hoping that's wrong, but that was bad enough to fuel my hate pick energy. As soon as I saw you say that rumor has it the Mitch is returning, I knew right away where you were going with that.
Oh, God.
Oh, Joy, I'm so sorry that the Mitch might be back. I feel bad now. Eagles. I could honestly see this game having upset potential, but I'm not bold enough to play for that. Understandable.
Yeah.
Bengals over the Cardinals. They got to play well eventually. It may as well be against the Cards. Jets over the Broncos.
Uh-oh.
I like Zach. Man played with his heart out last week and got the referee special for his troubles. Revenge arc begins now, hopefully. Chiefs, because the Swifties got a Swiftie. Exactly! Swifties are going to make it a home game.
Yeah.
49ers. I'm looking forward to this game the most. It'll be an awesome matchup to see, but I have San Fran winning it in a close one. Yes, I'm playing favorites. We knew Purdy, CMC, Brandon Ayuk. That team is stacked. That makes sense. Packers over the Raiders. I hate everything. I want to see them lose, but I honestly see them as the better team here. Maybe they can tie and make me truly happy with the thinking emoji. So those were Joy's picks for the first time ever, which is awesome to see.
True.
And lastly, we have Buff's picks.
Oh, God.
We have the Commanders over the Bears. Really? The Jags over the Bills. F it, we ball. The Patriots, I guess. Titans. Who? The Ravens over the Steelers. It could be worse. The Lions over the Panthers. Soft kitty, warm kitty. The Texans over the Falcons because polish a turd. The Dolphins over the Giants. It's still the Giants. The Cardinals over the Bengals because you got to risk it for the biscuit. The Eagles over the Rams. Who knows and who cares really? The Broncos over the Jets. Shake it off and shake it off. The Vikings over the Chiefs. Easy claps if we don't turn the ball over 271 times. We talked about that, actually. We said it was going to be a closer game, especially if they don't turn the ball over that many times.
True.
That's actually funny. That's amazing. The 49ers over the Cowboys because TT Buffin, team to beat till further notice. Yes, Joy gave me the acronym of what it meant. We appreciate her. The Packers over the Raiders. Gross.
Yeah.
Well then, that's everybody's picks, I think, because that's Troll, Papa, SDS, Joy, and Buff. Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah, we got it. Everyone there. So, any final thoughts before we can wrap it up here?
Honestly, I do think this week is going to be a crazy week. The first buys are always interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you know it as well as anybody because you're the one that is usually on top of it when it comes to buy weeks.
True.
Um, so it always creates some interesting things, especially as the cascading pickums go with buys, because you'll be like, this team was on the buy though, and that actually has to be on your thought process and on your mind. So that'll make it
Mm-hmm.
interesting. So what was
True.
the final tally on our splits?
Uh, we have about four.
Four splits. Okay, so this is a little bit more than average, but not too bad. That's
True.
good. That's good because you guys tend to average three, so I'll take one more than the average.
True. Yeah.
uh,
Well, obviously, thank you, John, for coming coming in off the bench there for Joy there this week.
yes, thank you, Steve, for having me. I do appreciate being able to help, especially where I can.
Not a problem there. Obviously, everyone there watching this, please like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell on Joy's YouTube page there for all further NFL versus
Yes,
details.
agreed. And Joy will hopefully be back with you guys next week. I enjoyed my stay here. Thank you again, everybody, for being here with us. And we'll return with normal Joy and Steve.
And hopefully, Dino will be back as well there.
Hopefully, we missed that fella. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
So, thank you everyone for watching this, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye, everyone.
bye everyone.